Ayo, what's good YouTube? Welcome to another video, and first of all, I just wanted to say thank you for your support recently. I've just been overwhelmed by you guys and I just feel amazing. Honestly, I just feel amazing. And well, if you're new here, please consider subscribing as well, as I'm trying to reach 800 subscribers by the end of the May. And especially since 2K is going to that slow part of the cycle where nobody is actually playing it during the summer, every one of your support is becoming more and more important to me. But enough blabbering about that, I am Shroomzy and these are my tips. So first of all, what you want to do is try and get that JR Smith. This season, the grind was super easy, and if you haven't done it already, you can still do it. Honestly, at this point, like, even if you're like level 1 or 2, you can still do it if you have some time and some MT. And yeah, there's just so much XP to get. If you really want it, you can definitely get him. He's not that good and he will not be insanely good anymore. Like, if you have additional MT and you don't want to spend all that time, you can just buy the new Kevin Porter Jr. that was released I think yesterday, and it will be pretty much the same exact card. But if you want a card which is pretty much for free, Dark Matter for free, go ahead and do that before timer runs out. Another card that you definitely want to get is this Tony Kukoc. This is basically Danny Ferry on steroids, I would say. Well, it's 2.0, Danny Ferry 2.0, that's the best comparison. And especially if you haven't done JR Smith yet, this would be a big part of the grind, because like, if you haven't even started grinding for Tony Kukoc, you can get 33k XP. And I done him yesterday. I done the whole thing, and it took me around 4 hours to get all 5 players and do the agendas with them. It's really easy, really doesn't take that long, and he is definitely worth that grind, because to me personally, he is top 5 card in the game at the moment. While you're grinding for Tony Kukoc, you will get these 5 players, and well, pretty much all of them are useful, or still useful at this point. The worst of these 5 are Kelly Oubre and Andre Miller, and the best one is definitely Jaren Jackson Jr., which I would definitely recommend getting, even if you're not grinding for the whole thing to get Tony Kukoc. But if you've done that Jaren Jackson Jr., you might as well get Tony done, because again, as I mentioned before, it's definitely worth it. Another thing that I would recommend, if you have some spare time on your hands, just grind triple threat offline. Like, don't be a guy like me, don't be a guy who is so much behind, because I only have 833 wins and I still need more than 400 wins just to catch up with everyone. And yeah, don't be like me, grind the whole thing, especially if you're close, because I have a feeling that the next reward could be pretty juicy at this point, since 2K was really dry with the content this last season, and nobody really liked this last season so much. I think they are gonna give us some juiced players this next upcoming season, and triple threat offline reward would be one of them. Additionally, it will give you a chance to try and get Danny Ferry, so yeah, if you haven't got him already, definitely try and get him if you can, because, well, again, one of the best cards in the game at the moment, and if you still haven't got him, you still have 2 days to try and get him. Another thing is grinding for tokens. So of course, everyone is in a separate, well, different positions with tokens and how many tokens they have. Personally, me, I haven't unlocked any of the Galaxy Opal rewards with tokens, but if, let's say, if you have all those pink diamonds unlocked and you're looking to get a new Galaxy Opal, make sure that you have 750 tokens ready just to snag him, because, well, those new rewards are usually good on a release day, and later, if you grind for them, well, way later, a few weeks into the season, they're just getting outdated really quick. So if you want to enjoy them and, well, actually enjoy them and use them, make sure that you have 750 tokens ready for the start of the season. And the best way to get those tokens are triple threat online. Just grind here, you can see those rewards. Sometimes they're juiced, like those tokens. I know that a lot of people want to get well, Julius Randle, Ron Harper, or whatever player is on these boards, but 5 tokens is, well, you can see it a lot on your, well, on lots of boards. So definitely a good way to grind those tokens. And the last piece of advice is sell your players before they are super cheap. And I know that they are already cheap, those higher end cards, just because of those super packs that came out a couple days ago. Where are they? Yeah, these glitched reality super pop packs. By the way, do not spend VC on them. They're pretty trash, but still there are a lot of people opening them and getting some decent cards. But yeah, this got market really down, and it is a bit late to sell your players, but if you hold on to them, their price will only go down, and there's no way for you to, well, win anything MT wise with those cards. And there's definitely gonna be better and more juiced cards coming up in it. I would say this Friday you will see better cards than what you have in your starting squad this upcoming Friday. So definitely just sell everything you can. And for the next season, if you're still holding all those cards, all those expensive cards, and for the next season, keep in mind, sell them at least 1 week before the end of the season. That way you do it before the super packs come out, and that way you just save loads and loads of MT. There's plenty of reward players that you can play with, and basically at the end of every season, I'm thinking that people just want to rest a bit and stay away from the game a bit, and they don't want to play so much, especially unlimited. So yeah, just sell your players and use all those rewards. And that will be it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and if you watched till this point and haven't pressed like already, I don't know what the hell are you doing. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But for now, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm out. Peace.